heerlike loom Rustenburg. Ons is so gelukkig, ons het nog bykans nie eers 'n swempie van die koue gehad nie, terwyl baie dele van die land al lekker bibber.
Yes, Unita, and the rest of the week looks fine as well, but according to the Weather Bureau, we can expect some rain this Friday.
Dit kan werk, dan kan jy vir ons lekker pannekoek bak.
I will not even know where to start, Unita.
O, jene. Jy moet dalk hulp soek by een van die kokke wat elke week in die Herald wys wat in 'n kombuis gedoen kan word.
That's actually not a bad idea. I see in this week's edition of the Rustenburg Herald that the kitchen of Hartley's restaurant is demonstrating how to make lamb shank pie.
Nou toe, dan het jy geen verskoning nie. Ek wag dan vir die pannekoek à la Jabulani.
Before you get too carried away, let's rather have a look at what is making headlines in Rustenburg this week.
Daar was glo 'n baie ontstellende voorval op Koster. Het jy enige inligting daaroor?
Yes, it is alleged that a teenager killed an 8-year-old. According to the police, a 17-year-old attacked a group of learners, but most of them managed to flee. Unfortunately, the 8-year-old could not manage to do that. Now, turn to page 3 of this week's edition of the Rustenburg Herald for this tragic story. And while you're also on page 3, also read about the brazen armed robbers who attacked the couple in broad daylight at their home in Kashan. We also have an update on the farmer who was attacked last week before, as well as the drug manufacturer who was sentenced in Madikwe.
Eintlik het Noordwes nou amptelik weer 'n premier, né?
Yes, the province had to wait a week longer than other provinces which are led by the ANC. So learn more about this on page 5 of this week's edition of the Rustenburg Herald.
Bladsy 6 is net so lekker nuusbladsy. Wat maak daardie mooi hoender daar?
The Rustenburg Poultry Club is hosting their annual club show. To get the details also, turn to page 6 of this week's edition of the Rustenburg Herald, as Unita suggested.
En soos gewoonlik het die Herald al die skole en sportklubs in die omgewing se nuus en prestasies.
And it's such a privilege to share in these accomplishments. It's my favorite part of the paper. So if you want to be inspired and uplifted, turn to the Herald Sports and Schools pages.
In die vermaaklikheidsafdeling sien ek dat daar 'n horde goeie flieks die week by Sterkinikor gaan begin. Miskien moet ons bietjie gaan movie.
Oh yes, I see the great Keanu Reeves is back in the latest installment of John Wick films, and the new Aladdin with Will Smith playing the role of the genie has also been released.
Dan moet ons groet. Miskien kan ons die middagvertoning nog gaan vang.
Indeed so, but before we leave, there's a video that we recorded about a church that is making a difference in the underprivileged community of Pardekral. So stick around and have a look at what they have to say about their projects.
En dan van my Unita laat te gaan. Dankie vir die weer saamkuier. Sien julle volgende week.
And from myself, Jabulani Sinyaso, we say goodbye for now and we see you again next week. We have today with us Pastor Ellen Nyati, and then we have Tandeka Kumalo, as well as Philadelphia Nyati, who are going to tell us more about what the church is doing for the community of Pardekral, especially in terms of alleviating poverty in the area. So, Unita?
Kan pastoor ons meer vertel oor die kerk waar jy betrokke is?
Yes, our church is in Pardekral, extension 1. That's where we are situated. The address is 279 JQ, right in Pardekral behind Choppies. When you're at Choppies complex, church is right beside Choppies. So that's where we are, yes.
Okay. Pastor, can you please tell us when the church was established?
Well, the church, Jabulani, was established in 2013. That was on January 28th of 2013. That's when the church was established. It was a small church. We established it in our yard, actually, right in front of our house. That's when we started, before we can be where we are now.
Beautiful, beautiful.
En dan pastoor, kan jy ons asseblief meer vertel oor wat julle vir die gemeenskap doen om armoede te verhoed?
Yes. Actually, what we are doing is this we started in 2013 because when you serve God, He also instructs you. So we went to Keystone Milling to make an account with them. We bought maize meal from them, started from 2013. The reason why we bought this maize, we wanted to help those who were coming at the church. Because some were coming, you find that you could see that this one is poor, really poor. And somebody complaining that have nothing to eat at home, and even us, the offering that was coming, it was little. Sometimes it would be 50 rand or 25 rand, and it does nothing. So I would take my own money, and we go to Keystone Milling, we buy maize meal, we give it to them. And this thing continued to grow from 2013 up until today. So whereby we decided to buy a large quantity of bags of maize. We buy 10 kg bags of maize, we give to community members, those who come having nothing to eat. This is what we do to alleviate poverty. And these are the receipts to prove that we are purchasing the maize. These receipts, you can see here that there's everything there. This is what we do. We purchase the maize, they deliver to us, then we give it to the needy people in not only in the community of Parliament, but anyone from anywhere across this country.
That is beautiful. What the pastor and his church is doing is very beautiful. But as anyone in Rustenburg who wants to make a difference, money is always the issue. So, Pastor, can you tell us how you get funding, and if there's anything that people can do to get involved in your project? What can they do to actually do that?
Yes. The funding like I have here, it's just defined. We have forms. These forms is for partnership. So those our members at church, it's not forcefully, it's not a must.
Yeah.
Anyone who's willing, they take these partnership forms, they sign them. We get a copy. They also get a copy. Here there are reference numbers, the names and everything. So the money, they don't bring it handy to the church, but it's either they deposit to our account. Here's the account number here, through whether stop order, transfer or deposit. But it doesn't bring cash. Because the reason why we do that, we want to accumulate everything and see how much we have, so we can be able to purchase the maize. So it's through partnership. This partnership is not only for the members of the church, but anyone outside, whether it's a company, whether it's individual or Christians or business people, anybody who's willing to help. Because what we are doing, we are trying to alleviate poverty. I mean, imagine, what's happening in our country. The government, they give the less privileged people what we call this thing of giving them social water grants. With that, I mean, if someone gets 400 for grant, and you come to get maize from us, you'll be able to buy a little bit of addition with that, and then you have a bag of maize. And this bag of maize is not only once, but twice a month. So it's better. So those who like to help us, they can join this partnership, or you can call us or email us, and we'll tell them how to go about it.